ownership dwindles, but not its influence. It's the 1970s, the era of the movie Casino, portrayed through the characters Nicky Santoro and Sam Ace Rothstein. Rothstein is based on Frank Lefty Rosenthal, who says he came to Las Vegas for the same reason so many others before him did.
Las Vegas was the only safe location, safe meaning legal, where a professional gambler could wager without fear of law enforcement.
Rosenthal finds a job at the Stardust and works his way up the ladder until he controls the operation. He is joined by Chicago mobster Anthony the Ant Spilatro, who is sent to oversee a mob skimming operation. Spilatro is reportedly a mob hitman and reputed to be a sadistic killer.
Gotta cut it out, I'm warning you now, right?
In one scene in Casino, his character is shown torturing someone by putting their head in a vice.
Don't make me have to do this, please. Come on.
Goodman, who appeared in the movie as himself and represented both Rosenthal and Spilatro in real life, says that in person the Ant was always a gentleman.
When he would come to my office, he was as kind and gentle as one could be as far as my staff was concerned. He was always generous with me as far as my fees were concerned. And I represented him in murder cases. I represented him in racketeering cases. I represented him in illegal gambling cases. Not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. So as far as I'm concerned, he's not guilty.
Goodman wins every case, but in the end, Spilatro becomes too high profile for the mob. He dies like many others before him, violently and outside Las Vegas. Rosenthal survives an attempt on his own life in 1982 when his car is bombed on Sahara Avenue near the Strip. But his career in Las Vegas ends a few years later in much quieter fashion. He is unable to get a gaming license because of a minor gambling conviction from 20 years earlier in another city.
All of a sudden, what you've got is a situation here where a guy who would be perfectly acceptable in 1950s Las Vegas can't get a license. The world has changed, the rules of the game have changed, and it will never be the same again.
Major corporations are in control of the casinos, and the mob is out of the gaming business here. In 1999, Oscar Goodman gives up his criminal practice to run for mayor and wins with almost 64% of the vote. In 2003, he's re-elected with 86%. Now, the reputed mob lawyer turned mayor is a champion of his city's history. A history that includes the underworld figures who brought glitz and glamour to the barren desert.
I think to the average person, it is glamorous. Visitors from all over, they don't come here to see Mickey Mouse. They come here to get a little bit of the feel about lifting up that rock and finding a little piece of Bugsy.
Bugsy, Moe, Meyer, and many others.